Live from Dave's basement, it's Up at 9 with Item 9. What is going on, folks? Welcome. It's been a while. It's been a long time, but it's good to be back in the studio. As you know, you guys are watching Up at 9 with Item 9. Sunday's number one late night gaming talk show. I'm your host, Gabe Lashley. Join with me, Carter the Roadman Regis.
What's good?
Yeah, and today we're here to talk about all the latest gaming news that happened in the past week. And we're going to be kicking things off with some cool announcements that we were looking forward to from Ubisoft. But before we get into that, of course, got to talk about what we've been playing. So, of course, as you guys know, in this month of September, we got a new release from the folks at Naughty Dog, and that's The Last of Us Part 1. They have rebuilt the game for the PlayStation 5, and it's come out to mostly positive reviews. People are saying this is definitely the place to truly experience The Last of Us. But with that being said,
I heard even like the voices have haptics or something like that. Like you can feel the voices or something. I'm like, what?
But at what cost, Carter? What cost are you trying to
experience this game for like the fourth time?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is being
the GTA all over again.
Yeah, this is being released as a full priced release, which is a bit hefty, if you ask me. But I mean, when you look at what they're doing to the game here, what they've done is it's not a remaster, it's a complete rebuild of the game.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see that people are going to want this definitive experience, but again, I can't see it really being justified by that price point.
Yeah, maybe once it goes on sale.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe once it goes on sale. I'm definitely interested in picking it up. But for the most part, I think that $70 is, or what is it, like $80, I think?
Yeah.
I think it's like $80, $90.
$79.99
is better spent, on looking forward to future games that are coming out. Maybe hold on to that. If you haven't played the game, then yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're a big fan of the franchise, definitely check that out. But for me personally, I think I've played The Last of Us more than enough times. I mean, the game isn't even 10 years old yet. I mean, it's coming up on it's like 10 years in 2023, I believe, June 2023. But yeah, I mean, of course, this does look like a completely different game. As you can see, all the models here being reworked, and again, this is a very beautiful looking game. But I just think the price point is really something that's going to hinder a lot of folks from playing this. The fact that even if they had said we'll release it on the PlayStation Plus, like part of that program that they have, okay, that would have been okay. Like Sony, come on. But again, with discussed games,
just kidding.
But with that being said, Sony, we're saying it just it's not really feasible for them to put their AAAs on their PlayStation Plus subscription service.
It's a rebuild. It's not a new release.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly, I would have thought that that PlayStation Plus would have been the perfect place for them to put this. I think you could have gotten more people to buy into the higher tiers, more people subscribing, getting the higher tier subscription, wanting to play this. And I think they definitely could have benefited from putting this on PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium or whatever you call it. What was the game that recently came out on it?
Stray?
Yeah, that's right. Stray. Stray was only like a $40 game, but
that was only on the medium. I feel like they could have put this on the high one And I would have upgraded, just to play this for the month,
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I completely agree. I think that definitely would have been the best bet. But with that being said, I definitely think that this is a game that I can maybe pick up later. It's definitely going to be in my backlog. I don't have any rush or desire to go, playing this game. The Last of Us Part 2 is just coming up on it's almost 2. I think it's 2 years since it's released. And I remember like we just recently, before we hopped into the Part 2, we replayed The Last of Us Remastered. So it's a very long game, and it's still very fresh in my mind. I don't really see a need to hop back into this world anytime soon. But it is cool, the work they've done here and again, one of the benefits of this is that the accessibility options that were provided in The Last of Us Part 2 are now implemented in this first game. So people who may not have gotten a chance to play The Last of Us Part 1 when it first came out are going to be able to experience it now, thanks to all the revisions and, again, the gameplay modifiers and the accessibility options that are now being granted to players. So, again, I think that's pretty cool. And there's a whole bunch of different modes. And, again, even the lighting and the photography mode that people have been playing around with has been looking pretty insane. But yeah, these are some of the highest like quality character models we've seen yet, I think, in any recent game. What Naughty Dog's been doing is pretty insane. So again, I think it's pretty cool that they have they've brought this game sort of back into the limelight once again, with this pretty hefty rebuild here. But again, can I justify the price point right now? No. But yeah, again, if you haven't played Last of Us, this is definitely the the definitive experience for the game. And yeah, you should definitely hop into it if you're looking to get into the franchise for the first time. This would be your place to start. But yeah, I mean, again, and I didn't really think about this, but I swear that the PS4 remaster is a PlayStation Plus, like,
it's a collection, isn't it?
It's a collection. It's in the PS Plus collection.
It's in like the bottom tier too, I think.
Yeah. So
it's the PS5 collection, though. I think it's when you get your PS5. It's one of those ones that come with it. Like
it is. Yeah. So again, there are again other options for you to play this game without having to shell out $90, $100. But yeah, Last of Us Part 1 remake. I just rebuild, or just Last of Us Part 1. They just slapped it on here. It wasn't always called that. But moving on. I mean, we got some cool news to talk about this week. There was murmurs, in the Twitter sphere, coming in from reliable sources. The man, Jason Schreier, of course, talking about this the newest Assassin's Creed game that was going to be coming out. It was leaked earlier in the week, and then immediately the next day, we had a confirmation of the title and when we were going to get a full reveal. And it's going to be called Assassin's Creed Mirage, previously codenamed Rift. It's a follow-up to the 2020 Viking themed Valhalla, and it's going to be following one of the characters from that game, Basim. And then we've got this little cool image here that they released. So it's he's going to be in the lead role, and it's going to be more of a stripped back game than the recent releases that we've gotten from them. It's going to feature a more condensed world to explore, and it's going to focus primarily on stealth gameplay, and we don't really know what the world is going to look like yet, but we did kind of get this cool little image here with Basim up there, looking pretty cool. this sort of Middle Eastern take on things. And there's going to be like different cities like connected by like a desert kind of thing, much like the first Assassin's Creed. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm excited, and you can catch the full reveal of it on September 10th at Ubisoft's upcoming UB Forward. That's going to be happening at, I believe it's 3 p.m. Eastern time for us. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to be definitely co-streaming that, so you can come back here if you want to see our reaction to the full reveal. I mean, how do you feel about it?
I'm pretty excited. I really liked Basim's mission and his part of the story in Valhalla. That was definitely, like, the highlight for me of, like, the story of Valhalla, as far as, like, story-wise and, like, lore of the game. That was definitely, like, the highlight, and I wanted to learn more about Basim, so I'm really happy that the new game is focused on him. And I'm also excited to see that Assassin's Creed, they said they're going, like, kind of, you know, like, back to their roots in the leak, they said, of, like, the first Assassin's Creed. So I'm excited to see what they got going on here.
Yeah, I agree. The whole scenario kind of reminds me of the whole Coke Classic, you know? They gave us the new Assassin's Creed, and we liked it for a bit, but then we all started to realize that we like the old Assassin's Creed better. So they're bringing back Assassin's Creed Classic, and I'm pretty excited for it. I mean, I've always been a big fan of the franchise, you know. I love those games. I've played played all of them except for Origins. But again, yeah, like I said, I liked the Odyssey, I liked Valhalla, but again, these games were just so massive, so time consuming, that
they're just dropping them every year,
every year. Again, and I liked how they kind of separated these release dates. I find myself like it's the perfect amount of time. You know, I went back because Valhalla was so large and it was in my my backlog to finish it. So once I got that done, and you know, it's been a couple months since I finished it up, I've been like, okay, I'm ready for a new Assassin's Creed now. I'm ready for a cool reveal, cool cinematic trailer. Yeah, and again, with them saying it's going to be more of a stripped back experience, focused mainly on stealth, I think that's cool. Again, there's going to be, I hope there's a lot less mythological stuff aspects to these things. I know there's always kind of been the underlying kind of, you know, with Juno and all the gods and stuff like that. But this time I'm hoping we can just really focus on what's going on with the main protagonist in this. And I mean, I'm excited, so I know I can't wait for September 10th. They're thinking it might be a spring 2023 release, which is pretty cool. That would be like the first time in a while that a Ubisoft game's come out not around the holiday season. I mean, Assassin's Creed game has come out not around the holiday. If it's like a surprise, if anything like that, and they're just like, boom, it's coming out November something, that'd be crazy. But November, I'm thinking is pretty packed now.
Yeah. We don't need it then.
Yeah.
January would be crazy.
January would be pretty crazy.
Perfect timing.
And then we got some details, sad details from 343 Industries, and they are going to be delaying its next season of Halo Infinite into March 2023, and they're going to be extending its current season that started in May to 10 months long instead of the originally promised 3 months. And then the Forge beta has also now been delayed and will launch on November 8th alongside the co-op mode. You know, Forge was originally planned to release this month, and it was going to be, you know, the mode that lets Halo Infinite players to edit multiplayer levels, you know, build their own maps, build custom maps and stuff like that. And that's really too bad, because
They also canceled the co-op split screen.
I was gonna mention that as well. The co-op split screen is gonna be pushed back as well.
No longer working on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it says, and they're no
they're
longer
scrapping
working
plans.
on the local campaign. Split screen. So no couch co-op with the boys if you want to do a campaign.
I thought it was delayed as well. I actually thought it was delayed, but hearing that it's been canceled.
No, they delayed the co-op like for online. Like if me and you have separate PlayStations, but if you want to play like with your little brother or something, then you can't do that couch co-op. You have to have a separate console.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
that sucks, man. Yeah, and with that whole kind of stuff that's going on, it really sucks because during the time that Halo Infinite released, we had games like Battlefield and Call of Duty Vanguard come out, and they really didn't perform as well in the first-person shooter category as a lot of people were looking for somewhere new to go when they weren't happy with those two releases. And 343 and Microsoft, they really dropped the ball on Halo Infinite. Everything in the game is tight. The controls are tight, but it's just there's just lack of content. Yeah. I mean, I think for me, with the whole staggered release of things too,
it feels like a copy and paste.
Yeah, I mean, it really does suck. And then I think they released the roadmap, I believe.
Yeah.
Which I have here. You can look over that. So yeah, there's the Forge beta. That's not coming out for a while now. Which is really too bad, because a lot of the Halo fan base is it's pretty loyal. But I think if you're not giving them anything to work with, they're gonna move on to something else, man. I think that's just how it goes. They're gonna there's like free items and stuff like that, and then mission replay that's gonna be coming. Ooh man, November 8th to March 7th. Damn. That goes within season 2. Oh. Yeah, and that's of September 1st, huh? Wow. That's too bad, man. Again, like I said, they really dropped the ball on things. I mean, we were even playing it for a while. I do remember.
Like a week.
Yeah, it was a good week though. I mean, how do you feel about the whole situation?
It sucks for Halo fans, but me personally, I'm not like too sad. I'm more sad about that they're just dashing the couch co-op. I'm sad that we're seeing less and less couch co-op.
Yeah.
In games in general, and it makes me sad that that's the road we're going down. You know, it's always good to have the games, couch co-op games. You can just break out with your friends if you got someone over.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that was a lot of the fan base was kind of hoping and holding on to that bit of nostalgia of just getting together with their friends, playing some co-op Halo. So that really does suck, but I guess they're working on other things to sort of get the game into the shape that they want it to be in. But yeah, I mean, I guess folks are just gonna have to wait and see if the content that they deliver is gonna be enough to keep them involved in Halo. I see a lot of more of the competitive stuff, that being its own section of Halo Infinite, and that doing pretty well. But yeah, it's not something I see a lot of people getting together online and saying, hey, we're going to be running some Halo Infinite. But that's just me. In other news, though, Phil Spencer published a letter explaining his views on Microsoft's views on the Activision Blizzard acquisition. And basically, he was confirming that there's going to be more games coming to Games Pass, like Overwatch and Diablo and Call of Duty. Those games are going to be heading to Games Pass. Games like Call of Duty are going to be there. Not on launch, of course, but they will be heading there, and they're expanding, and it's going to be pretty crazy. I mean, there's a lot of content here, a lot of much loved games. We're talking Games Pass on PC is going to be getting World of Warcraft, Diablo. So that's pretty sweet. I mean, how are you feeling, man? It's going to be, again, but it's going to be a bit of a challenge because their whole this streaming and the cloud and all the servers. But yeah, how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. We were expecting this to happen, but it's good to hear that Phil Spencer is letting us know that with these games are going to be included in the Us Games Pass subscribers. But I know a lot of people are probably going to be a little salty about this online, but with the Call of Duty being on Games Pass, but it's not going to be exclusive. But I feel like he might do some of them day one, but I feel like probably not all of them. But yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I definitely think that this is a great play for Microsoft, and I mean just the fact that they're bringing Games Pass to smart TVs too, and just really giving people the chance to experience and play games the way that they want to, is just one of the better business models out there. And I think that it's all working towards Microsoft's favor. And I'm just excited to just get more games in my hands, man. There's some games that I think I'd definitely like to try on the Blizzard side of things. I've never been a big WoW guy because I wasn't down to pay those subscriptions, but I'm down to try WoW now.
Yeah, you're recently hopping into Diablo.
I was hopping into Diablo.
Dabbling in the Diablo.
I was. I mean, that's pretty sweet. But again, he said not to worry though, because he's still committed.
For everyone.
Yeah, he's still committed to bringing games like Call of Duty to PlayStation. So they're not going to be having a stranglehold on any certain franchises, so nobody has to worry about that. So we trust you, Phil, and we're hoping that you don't steer us wrong. Don't steer the Sony fanboys wrong. I know, Carter, you're big on this one because you're a big Konami guy here. This next story, so tell the people what's happening.
Yeah, so Konami has a show at the Tokyo Game Show, and they announced that they will announce a new game that is described to be beloved around the world. And people have gotten a lot of buzz and news around the world, especially Kojima this week was kept bringing up all his Metal Gears. But he kept tweeting about Metal Gear and all this stuff. And then some other people were saying that it might be a remaster of Silent Hill. But then there was also VGC, the Video Game Chronicles, I think it is, said that they have a source in Konami that says it won't be
Castlevania.
No, it won't be Silent Hill. Go back to the email.
It won't be Silent Hill, Metal Gear, or Castlevania.
Castlevania is the one it might be. Oh, no, you're right. Castlevania. But then what's the one it might be? It might be
Frogger. This guy said Frogger.
Isn't that what's like Castlevania?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I for sure thought it might have been the Silent Hill 2 remake.
Oh, Contra. That's what I was thinking of. Very similar to Castlevania.
Yeah.
Or Yu-Gi-Oh too. That's another one it might be, because Yu-Gi-Oh is pretty. I would say Yu-Gi-Oh is definitely beloved around the world, and there hasn't been a Yu-Gi-Oh game in a long time.
Yeah. I for sure thought it would have been something along the lines of Silent Hill, considering that we know that Bloober is doing a remake or of some sort. I mean, if it is something that's not related to those games, I don't know how interested I'm gonna be.
Or a Metal Gear remake. You wouldn't be interested in a Yu-Gi-Oh game?
I had a Yu-Gi-Oh game when I was a kid.
I don't know how interested. I'm more of a Pokemon man. I've never been to Yu-Gi-Oh.
It was a turn-based card game on the PlayStation 2, and it was not good. It was called like Duel of the Rose or something.
Would you be down for a next generation Frogger though?
No.
Yo, like a 3D Frogger, bro.
I know you've been pitching this 3D Frogger to me for the last couple days, and I'm
open world Frogger.
Not sold on it, man.
It's like the new Sonic. I'm not down for the new Sonic, but I'd be that for
Frogger.
Frogger.
Can I say something? What? Sonic Frontiers. I saw gameplay of it. I saw somebody playing it at Gamescom. They said it was really good, and it looked really good. Like
I don't know. I'm still on the fence.
I was on the fence too, but I was just like, after seeing him, I was seeing like the controls, the fluidity, and there's like it's not like there's a skill tree to it as well. I know we're getting a little off topic here, but there's a skill tree that you're gonna be like unlocking and stuff like that, and it looks really good. I had no intention of playing Sonic Frontiers at all. Like I was a little intrigued by it, but I was just like, okay, maybe I'll pass. But after watching that gameplay footage that was going around at Gamescom, I was like, this is pretty impressive. Like this is a Sonic game that I could actually see myself playing. I do like I played a lot of Sonic Advance 2 on the Game Boy Advance SP. And I played a lot of Sonic Heroes. So I think this might be the introduction that I needed to get back into Sonic. I mean, yeah, now that we've gotten off topic though, we got some acquisitions that were happening this week.
NetEase
starting off with Quantic Dreams here. The folks behind beloved titles such as Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human. They've been acquired by NetEase. And I don't know NetEase. I'm not familiar with NetEase. Yeah. But they are a Chinese game publisher and internet firm. And they've agreed to acquire Quantic Dream. And the purchase price has not been disclosed yet. And the deal is a follow-up to a minority investment that NetEase made in Quantic Dream back in 2019. That's pretty cool. I mean, Quantic Dream's doing some crazy stuff right now. They've got a few other games that they're working on. That Star Wars one.
They're doing that?
Yeah, they're doing a Star Wars game, which is pretty neat. They said that they're gonna still be operating independently and focusing on creating and publishing its video games on all platforms, as well as supporting and publishing third-party developed titles, while at the same time leveraging NetEase's significant game development capabilities. And it's pretty cool. Quantic Dream's got a lot of games under their belt. And yeah, as I was saying, that new one is going to be called, it's an action-adventure game, too. It's going to be called Star Wars Eclipse. I don't know if it's going to be strongly narrative-based, but...
Is that the one we got the footage of the random villages and stuff?
And the guys like on the big drums and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, so that was that one.
It's that one.
That one looks pretty good.
Yeah, that game did look pretty neat.
Pretty interesting concept.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how different it's going to be from the other games. I'm hoping it's not just a narrative-based one. I'm hoping it's more than just quick time events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, this is pretty cool that that they're still going to be remaining and operating independently. So good on them, and hopefully we can get a look at Star Wars Eclipse soon. Maybe at the Disney's Game Showcase that's happening September 9th.
Oh really?
Yeah, they've got a show happening.
That.
And then also, we got some news here that Sony and Tencent are going to increase their shares in From Software. Sony will own 14.1% and Tencent 16.3%. Kadokawa is still going to be owning the majority. I think is at like 60-something% now. But yeah, through the implementation of the fund procurement, From Software will aim to proactively invest development of more powerful game IPs for itself to strengthen From Software's development capabilities, and will seek to establish a framework that allows expansion of the scope of its own publishing in the significantly growing global market. So that's pretty cool. They're looking to get into bigger markets as well, and I think this is I think Sony and Tencent are really looking at how well Elden Ring sold, how well it's been doing. Not only how well that it's sold, but just how well it's doing, staying relevant. I mean, I think every week you hear that like somebody beat this Elden Ring run, like somebody just recently did it with one hand or something like that. You know, like so I think that I definitely they like the product, they like the company, and they want to get a bigger piece of the pie. Which
Sony's
is good.
also scared that after oh wait, never mind, I'm tripping. That was Kojima that said he's doing with Microsoft now.
Oh yeah, that's right. And last but certainly not least, and this is one of my favorite news stories of the week. Of course, you know that I'm a big fan of the Mafia franchise. Depending on how, even just reading this next story, depending on how cheap it is, I might buy that remaster they did. But anyways, Mafia is gonna be back with a fourth game, and there was been some talks about it, but now we know for sure that a Mafia 4 is coming, which is pretty sweet. It's in very, very, very early development. But all I know is that it may be set before the events of the first Mafia game, which is pretty cool. I think that maybe like a pre-prohibition. Like I don't even know what's going on. Was it? Oh, so it's 1930s in the yeah. So it is like a prohibition era. So that could be pretty cool too. I mean, Mafia 3 was pretty lackluster. I mean, I still enjoyed the game quite a bit. Whoa. Original Mafia is free on Steam from September 1st to 5th. What the heck?
Jeez.
Yeah. I'm there, bud. But yeah, I mean, I've been a very big fan of the franchise. I remember when Mafia 2 came out. It came out at like such a time when I was like at the core of like where G4 was at its highest. I'm watching G4. I'm watching reviews on the run, and I'm seeing the trailer for Mafia 2 everywhere. And I just really hopped into that game and was just like, this is one of my favorite games of all time. I mean, it had an amazing soundtrack, and I think for me personally, it was the pinnacle of that franchise. I think one was a little bit kind of stripped back, and it was at its attempt to be a GTA clone. But Mafia 2, man, what a game! You had just the cool era that like started like from the 1940s, and then you work your way up all the way to like the 1950s, something like that. You know, Vito. What's his name?
Corleone?
No, that's oh man, I forgot his name in this one. Oh, but it's just like Joe and Vito. No, Vito's in it, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of my favorite games of all time, and I really, really, really am excited that they're bringing a fourth game to the franchise. I think it's a franchise that gets slept on quite a bit, And I'm just excited that they're keeping it going, man. Like I remember when they announced Mafia 3, and I was just like, "Holy fuck!" Like, yes, I thought this game was dead. But yeah, for some reason, it's the game that just keeps on coming, surprising me when you least expect it. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I don't know if Carter's excited. Did you play Mafia 2?
I've never been super big into Mafia. I played a little bit of the first one. Like I think of Zach Pogue's house.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, but I never really got like too hard into it. But I might have to hop into the definitive of the second one.
Yeah. Oh man, you've got to play the second Mafia game. It's crazy. Put that in your backlog, because it's one of the best. It's one of the best open world games I've ever played. Just on story alone, man. Like it's so good. Yeah, that kind of wraps up the news section of the show. But before that, before we wrap things up, we're gonna talk about some of the September game releases in 2022 here. I know Splatoon's coming out. Of course, we just had that one of the biggest major releases, being Last of Us Part 1 that dropped on Friday. And
Made in Abyss Binary Star also dropped 2 days ago.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
That.
Is that show you watch?
Yeah, like this one right here.
Oh, there's a
it's
game?
Like, yeah, it's like they go. There's like a big hole and you go down, but when you go up, you like die and stuff, depending on how down you go.
Okay, but what do you do? What do you do in the game?
I don't know. I'm pretty excited to see. They have one of where there's 2 stories. There's one where you play the story of the first season, and then there's one where it's like an original game story.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Mm-hmm. And the Biomutant is getting its PS5, Xbox Series XS release, and it's coming to Switch as well. And that's coming on September 6th. And then NBA 2K23 is coming on September 9th, as well as Splatoon 3. Don't know if I'm going to be hopping into Splatoon 3. I've never been a big Splatoon guy, but it's definitely something that I could see myself getting into, given the state of the September games releases. 13, the remake is or remaster is coming to Switch on September 13th. I don't know how big you guys were into that classic Ubisoft game, but it was all right. Oh, really? It was pretty cool. Everything's like kind of like a comic book kind of.
It's a first team.
Yeah, it's a first person shooter. Outer Wilds is coming. It's gonna be on the next gen consoles on September 15th, and Metal Hellsinger. It's kind of like that rhythm based Doom kind of first person shooter where it's like set to like heavy metal. That's gonna be dropping on the PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and on PC September 15th. And the classic franchise Return to Monkey Island has got its latest entry in the series, coming back after a long hiatus with the original game creative director. That's going to be on September 17th. And then also we've got, what else do we got? Grounded. Grounded's full release is coming on September 27th. I might be hopping into that for special release stream. You know how I like my Grounded, so that's a big deal for me. And as well, we got Tunic coming on the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 on September 27th, and on the Switch September 29th. I mean, those are some of the biggest ones that I could think of, ones that I intend on playing if I do. And also, if you're, I missed this one earlier, but if you're a fan of the whole skate simulator genre, Session is going to be dropping. I know some people have been looking forward to that, and that's going to be dropping on September 22nd. So that's going to be pretty cool if you're into that. And yeah, that's all the major gaming releases coming up for September. We got some games coming up to their anniversaries as well, because this week in gaming history, I believe we got what is it, 6 years or something like that for Metal Gear: The Phantom Pain, I believe.
Oh yeah.
I believe that was one of them.
Yeah, I think the original too, isn't it?
Yeah, Metal
Oh
Gear.
no, it's Phantom Pain. You're right.
Phantom
yeah.
Pain. What is that? What, 7 years? 7 years. 7 years. Yeah. So that game came out, and it's pretty big, man. That's a big game.
I love that game.
It is crazy. I went back and dabbled in it a few years ago. And what a reveal as well, when his face was all bandaged up and stuff like that. And another slept-on game that came out the same day that people don't really talk about is the Mad Max game. It's also celebrating that. A lot of people did not get a chance to play that game because dropped the same day as Phantom Pain. But if you haven't yet, I would highly recommend checking that one out because it is quite a good game. It's developed by the folks at Avalanche Studios. So it's got a great little open world. If you're a fan of Mad Max, this is definitely a game that you should pick up. And another game I think too that's celebrating 9 years is Diablo 3, man. And I remember that horrible release and that launch when I saw people lined up to buy Diablo 3. And that same day when I got home and I got online, all I could see was that there was an error and nobody could play Diablo 3. It was there was a huge error and nobody could connect to the server. And it was honestly one of the biggest backlashes I've ever seen happen.
Next to Cyberpunk.
Yeah, at the time. Because, man, people had been waiting years to play Diablo. Yeah, but that sucks, man. But Diablo really made a big comeback, and it's Diablo 3 is a really good game now. So all the games that we mentioned here are pretty cool, and if you haven't checked them out, definitely do so. And that about wraps it up for us, guys. Here up at 9 with Adam 9. So thank you so much for tuning in, and if you liked this content, be sure to give us a follow. Hit us up on our socials at Adam 9 Gaming on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever you'll have, we're there. And of course, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. And what do we got planned for this week, man? I don't really know. I'm down to run some multiverses.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Saturday we got UB Forward.
Yeah, Saturday's UB Forward. So thanks for sticking around, folks. And until next time, see you all later. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good night. We'll see you on the next one.